What's up, everybody? This is the Anime Squad Podcast, episode 59. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And unfortunately, Josh this time is not here with us. We're still a three-man group this week.
Yeah.
But he'll be back next week, and hopefully all four of us will be here.
Yes.
So, just bear with us for this week.
Man,
but hey, we're back to the original trio, though,
yes,
for this week.
Original trio. And, it sucks that Josh is not here, but
I know.
the show must go on.
Show must go on. And like always, we got timestamps. If you guys want to skip around to whichever episode that you guys are interested in hearing our opinions on, you guys are free to do so.
Yep.
Without further ado, let's get on with the show.
Yes,
First off, we're going to be talking about is not Yasuke, but actually an OVA of a fan of our group favorite of ours.
Yes. It was our most favorite.
We watched we watched the second season. So
we watched the second season. Well, we saw the first season together, the three of us. But that was before we had the podcast. So the second season was literally the first season for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what we started out with.
Yeah, and it's back again with the OVA. It's Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Yes.
It's a 1-episode OVA, and we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, what a steamy
what
OVA.
a steamy OVA. So right off the bat, I want to mention that this OVA was just a blast to watch. Like it really brought us back. At least for me, it brought me back to a place where I could just die laughing.
Yeah, man.
It was hilarious.
That is it's something I didn't think I was missing.
Yeah.
Until I watched it, and
Right.
the jokes.
even with the edginess, it's still hilarious.
Oh, right. Okay, so we gotta address the big elephant in the room. So the first 5 minutes is just it's super fan service.
Yes, which is the topic. It's literally the topic of the first part.
Yeah, and the way they handled it is just pure genius, because nowhere in the actual series would this really fit. So they cleverly they cleverly put it where Ishigami was imagining it in a ecchi manga that he was reading, but inserting Chika, Kaguya, and
the rest of the cast.
Hayasaka in it. Yeah, basically everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, so let your fantasies go wild.
Let your fantasies go wild, and we can't talk about it. We unfortunately, because due to guidelines or whatever, we don't want to go too explicit with what goes on. So highly recommend you guys check it out to kind of know what we're talking about.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
But yeah, other than that, it's just again, it's just pure genius at one after another. Again, it's pretty much formatted like a regular Kaguya-sama episode, like a regular Love is War episode.
Yeah.
So you get what you're getting. You get that 5 minutes of pure bliss in the beginning. You get good old President Shirogane and Ishigami encountering a porn magazine.
Yeah, out in the middle of the road.
And the way that they were both arguing against each other was so relatable, because you had Shirogane arguing that story is what's most important.
It's what I imagine real people arguing about.
And Ishigami's like, no man, it's about the artwork.
And it's artwork, man. I'm in it for the story. I could care less. It's a very debatable topic on that.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's just a pure blast. And then lastly was the curry not the curry, but the fried rice competition.
I feel like it was a Food Wars parody.
It was most definitely a Food Wars parody, except it was mostly Chika.
Chika would do
it was basically Chika just bullshitting her way into talking about terms this is from this particular oyster, the spring oyster.
Yeah.
And Kage's like, oh,
I just bought these from the store.
and then Miko just gorging herself onto food.
She ate all the plates.
I like what Kaiga nicknamed her, the foodie.
Yeah, Not at that point, she's way above that. Foodie is just a person that just merely likes food. She just literally just devours everything.
I know, she had seconds, thirds.
I felt bad for Kaguya though, because she was just
she wanted the poor man's rice.
I made this for the
that
president.
was a sad win.
I know.
That was I came out of left field.
Yeah.
You had to put him on blast like that.
Yeah, there was no reason to, but he did it anyway.
Hey, man, that's love is war for you, man. It holds no punches.
Yeah, I know. Just all around is just a great episode. Like this didn't look like the beauty of this OVA is that like it's not really like a required episode or anything like that. It doesn't add to like the overall plot or anything, and it doesn't need to.
It's an OVA.
It's an OVA, but like for what it is, it's just more love is war. Like what more can you need?
If anything, it just got me more excited for season 3.
Honestly, yeah. Like this honestly feels like you could just kind of put this in anywhere into season 2 because it even comes with the whole opening and everything.
Yeah. Which was surprising.
It was surprising, but very welcoming. Like when we heard that, we're like, "Oh, daddy, do." So yeah, what more can you need?
Yeah, so if you're a big fan of Love Is War, why haven't you checked the OVA already?
Just watch it already.
Yeah,
don't wait on us. Just watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially those 5 minutes.
God, but yeah, I mean, just a great time. And with that, on to our scheduled programming.
Yeah, moving on to our next anime.
Yes, Yasuke, episode 4.
Yep, and this episode was a little bit more. Oh yeah, I guess since you were since you weren't here last week, Omar, what did you think of the last week's? Because I know like we were all kind of like roasting it a little bit, with the present time and how Yasuke was basically the damsel in distress. But I know you had like a different.
I thought it was cool, man. I don't know. I had a different take on the episode because it was like Yasuke trying to like overcome like we seen it to the first 2 episodes, but it was like him finally come to closure of his demons and like finally like, all right, I'm in the present. I gotta save this girl,
Right.
And he went through a lot and through like the priest's mind and all that crap. But yeah, going to episode 4, it was, I guess we get introduced to a new villain, which was teased in last episode with the whole Spider Woman kind of thing, which was weird.
I like to affectionately call her female Michael Jackson.
Oh,
really?
Totally.
But I know you wanted to call her Marilyn Manson, though.
That's what it really looked like.
Yeah,
you guys,
I can see it.
She's dead.
Regardless, she's dead.
Yeah.
Because spoiler alert, Yasuke, defeats her. He's not the one that kills her though, but she ends up dying because the main evil like bad guy lady. She's like, no.
Hey, the fight was cool.
That fight was pretty cool. Yeah. Again, this is Mappa, so like a lot of the fighting animation and everything like that is definitely gonna be really cool, especially after the fact. Like again, we got to the part finally where Yasuke's like, no, I gotta leave my past behind me. I gotta look to the future, and then actually cleans himself up and decides that he is going to take up the sword again. So that's really cool to see.
I'm glad his all that training was not gone to waste because we seen when in the fight it was like, oh damn.
It was, and the interesting thing was like I don't know why I was kind of expecting like him to go kind of like the route of Rurouni Kenshin or like Old Man Logan.
Yeah. Where
he does fight again, but like he decides to go the non-violent route.
Yeah. Oh no.
But no.
This man is like chopping heads.
The violence is back. Yeah.
Just like raining blood over there, everywhere.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like I like the part where like you can see the strength in Yasuke. Like he cut down half a tree by itself.
Oh yeah. He is definitely well blessed with strength, and he still got it even after 20 years. I
mean he better be because everyone else has powers.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. The poor Yasuke has none of that.
Yeah.
It's also like so weird to me that like the whole premise of like Yasuke and just not only in his real life likeness but also the whole point of the anime is the fact that like he is the one and only African samurai.
Yeah.
But when you take into account all of the fantasy elements and anything like that, like I think the fact that there's an African samurai, I think that's probably the least weird of anything.
Yeah. You brought up a good point. Like it kind of loses that whole whole vibe.
Because the thing is, like, this wasn't something that just came up to me in my head. Like this was something that I kind of like had in the back of my head for a while, but I wasn't able to put into words because it was just like, I'm like, man, something's off about this anime. Because like the fantasy elements is pretty cool, like especially when you kind of like put it together, but like when you like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, man, when you compare it to the fact that Yasuke's an African samurai,
Like
it's like that's kind of
the normal.
not as it's kind of like the novelty is not really
it's
there.
abnormal
anymore.
because when you compare it to mechs and like fair ladies, wizards,
and even the shaman, he was another like African person.
Yeah.
So it's like okay.
Yeah, it takes away the whole Yasuke.
Yeah.
And which even in this episode they still drop hints of like the truthness because when Nobunaga did die, he was still fighting with
he was
Nobunaga's son.
He was.
So to the very end, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, and like it's still a matter of getting Saki to training, and that's what they end up doing. Like they do end up meeting with one of Yasuke's old war buddies that had the same type of powers that Saki has, and she's gonna be hopefully she's gonna get proper training. And hey, Yasuke's going to his final battle, which I guess makes sense because I keep forgetting that this anime is only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna see much else above that.
Yeah, and they teased on another samurai demon kind of force coming after him.
This is the successor of the demon force and plus like the general that took over for Michael. So
yeah. Oh god. But yeah, I mean, I dig this episode as well. I don't know, I can't, you brought up a good point, like the whole black samurai thing, like that's not like
it kind of loses its like significance when you compare it to the fact that there's magic and armor and not armor, so mechs and stuff. Yeah,
so we'll see in the next 2 episodes.
Next 2 episodes.
At this point, I'm just looking for like good action, and obviously the music's kind
of
it's kind of what keeps me in. Honestly.
Yeah, the soundtrack's bopping. Like Flying Lotus really did a good job with the soundtrack.
Bombastic.
So the opening, it sticks with you. So
so I can't wait, but
we'll see.
We will see.
We'll see where this goes. And with that, we move on to our next anime. Saint's magic power is omnipotent, episode 7.
Hey, this episode kind of covered what you guys talked about last week. How we didn't get to see Ira do anything.
It's a shame Josh isn't here because I'm absolutely certain he would have gotten a kick out of the fact that we got to know more.
I know, for real.
Story.
Yeah, he would have loved it.
We get a little bit more of Kyle.
Yeah. How he's not.
It's interesting because for the longest time we were just kind of taking for granted that Kyle is the type of character that we saw him as. I mean, granted, we didn't see much of him in the first place, but the impression we got of him was that he was just kind of like a bratty, like snot-nosed, like a crown prince that's like, oh my daddy's gonna do everything, and I'm the successor. But
he kind of is, but he has a reason.
He has a reason, and like he's fully self-aware of what he's doing, and that like he this whole persona that he has going on for him is intentional. Like he's not doing it because he's not aware. He's absolutely self-aware. Yeah. In a sense, this is gonna sound like a really weird comparison, but he kind of reminds me of like Patrick Bateman from American Psycho.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like putting on a face pretty much. Like he's not like he's not who he says he is unless he's talking with his crony.
Okay, interesting pick you did there.
But of course, like the main focus is Irie, and kind of how her story parallels with Sei, and I really like that they.
No, I think Sei has a different perspective on hers compared to.
I say like parallel because of the fact that they're both from a different world, and like we get to kind of follow the similar beats as to kind of like what her encounter with like. Because Sei had the same thing where she was talking with the director, and she was saying like how she wanted to go back, but she was more annoyed, whereas Irie was like scared and confused.
Yeah, because she liked her life.
Yeah,
back in the world.
She was enjoying
I know
it,
Sei was just kind of like a desk worker.
Yeah, she was an office worker. Yeah.
So this was kind of like a kind of escapism for her, but like at the same time, she's like, damn, I can't go home. That sucks. And then with her, she was like, damn, I can't go home.
She had a life and everything.
Yeah, she's like, damn. And then you see her in tears. You're like, oh, damn, that's a whole different direction.
Yeah, I really felt it when she said that. She cried herself to sleep. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, man, that's
bad.
It's powerful. Like I know you guys talked about as well, like on other isekais, is like how, it's scary to think about. Like, you get teleported to a different world and you're like, how do I go back home?
Right. Yeah. I think like what sells this one to me is the fact that like they were like forcibly taken from it. Like they didn't like plan to or anything like that. This wasn't like.
Well, none of the isekais were planned to, but
Yeah.
at least they're like, hey, can I get back home?
Yeah, they acknowledge the fact it's an accident, and they do bring up like a lot. They're saying that like, hey, we want to go back.
Yeah.
Especially with Irie's case now.
And that's crazy too. We don't know if they could even go back.
Yeah.
They didn't. Kyle didn't even give an answer. Like,
oh, and that's the reason why like I brought up the whole like persona thing. With him and like him being like I want to get everything that I want, because he's saying that like he wants to use that to his advantage to eventually help Irie go back.
Yeah.
So that's again it's.
But he's not even sure.
He's not sure, but like he still wants to do everything in his power to help her out.
Damn liar.
Like, yeah, he's lying, but like in a way, there is some truth to it. Like he is trying to like,
don't defend this man.
Well, you gotta see from his perspective,
Yeah.
Like, he is trying to help her.
Yeah, can he work with his wife to be, man?
She doesn't deserve that.
She doesn't deserve what he's doing to her.
And what sucks more is that Irie was even like thinking to herself at the end, where she was like, oh man, if she let her conversation end, then there would have been a big possibility that we would have ended up being friends. And it sucks for her because unlike Sei, she literally does not have any other friends to speak to or anything.
She's pretty like shy. She keeps to herself.
Yeah, with Sei at least, she didn't have to deal with the whole saint thing, so she was just nonchalantly with everyone else.
Yeah.
That's why she managed to connect to everyone.
I also really do like the fact that they didn't like just like the story wasn't just like, oh, we're not gonna give her any powers or anything like that. She does have like an aptitude for magic, but it's very different. Like obviously she isn't the saint that they summoned, but
the major one.
Yeah, she wasn't like the actual like legit saint or anything like that. But she has her own aptitude for magic.
She has her own little powers that kind of like there's a reason why she's here, but maybe they haven't found it yet.
Like precision magic, for instance, they established that like precision magic is like a really big deal. So like the fact that she was able to take individual droplets of water, like when she got wet, to almost completely dry herself, is a big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
but I guess Kyle himself is like, I'm gonna try my best to keep her being the saint of all of them. Because we don't want Sei to become the actual saint.
Yeah, because Kyle is committed to that one girl, so he's gonna do what he's gonna do what he can to help her out.
But not his fiance.
No. Now the fiance thing is just kind of like on the side.
I know that's pretty messed up.
It is. Yeah. It is. It's very messed up. And then at the end of it, Ira kind of finally sees Sei, and she wants to be friends with her.
Yeah, and Sei, for the most part, basically took a back seat to the whole episode, other than like a few mentions here and there, and Kyle really losing his temper when he found out about the whole Sei thing.
Yeah, but it was an episode kind of like that needed to happen.
Yeah,
because obviously last week you guys talked about like what about this other girl?
What happened to Sei? Oh no, Irie.
Yeah,
it's been
what's
6
her story?
episodes. So
this is her story.
Yeah,
anime is listening, man.
Yeah, so we're happy about that. I'm really really excited to see like them actually interacting.
Yeah.
So do you think we're gonna continue with her, or are we going to say?
Okay, so maybe not like directly continue her backstory, because I think we got her backstory.
Well, not backstory, but continuing her story.
I feel like we'll get both.
Yeah,
we'll get both.
Their worlds will collide.
Yep.
So we'll get like 15 minutes on her and then 15 minutes on the other one.
I feel like it'll be like between like
they'll talk. They're gonna talk.
Yeah.
I don't think right away.
No.
No.
There's gonna be build up, of course, but they'll talk eventually.
But yeah, Can't wait for more, man.
Same.
This show's not surprising to me to what it's becoming.
You're right. It actually has like a direction to go to, which is really refreshing to see.
Even though we still don't have a villain or anything.
No, I don't think we need one for this type of anime. I mean,
because they need to get back.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
because that is true. Because like the first episode had like the whole toxic sludge thing.
Yeah,
so they never addressed it.
Yeah, we're still not into that yet.
We'll get to that.
What happened?
Maybe next week.
Maybe
we will see. And with that, we move on to the next anime. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Episode 7.
And on the last episode, Halkara gets kidnapped. Oh no, not kidnapped, but she gets she's ready to be executed by the Demon King's guards.
Yeah, but what happens?
We find out this episode that Azusa makes her grand escape.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the way she did it was actually like, we find out that Laika could actually be able to turn into a chibi form dragon, which is adorable.
Yeah.
just wanted to mention that here. But yeah, the way she escapes and everything,
in disguise.
She has a disguise, but it's like nobody sees through that disguise. They just like go to Plan B immediately and just like, all right, Azusa, time for you to body everybody since you're already level 99.
Yeah, you can body the whole world.
Yeah,
and that's what she does. And pretty impressive, honestly.
Right? Yeah.
That I forgot the whole potion thing that we're doing too to try to wake her up.
Oh yeah. It turns out that the whole potion thing that like Azusa was trying to do wasn't really necessary because she already woke up, which makes sense considering that like she got clocked in the jaw by Halkara's headbutt, but like it's like why would that put a demon king of all people like just unconscious? So yeah, she was basically like aware of everything. But she was like, all right, one-on-one time.
Let's do this.
One-on-one fight. So obviously Azusa flexed her abilities, but turns out the Demon King Pekora actually wanted an Ara older sister.
Yeah, very much so. She was very blunt about it. She was like, I want someone to like, tell me what to do,
Yeah.
I want someone to like be stronger than me.
She's all about that life.
Like it was almost close with Beelzebub, but she didn't pin me on the wall like you did.
Oh my goodness. Man, so like Pekora is just like hot. It's like head over heels for good old older sister.
Yeah, complex.
Yeah, so
I thought once that was done, I liked the whole the smooch or the little noise effects. Yeah, noise effects.
Yeah, I think the little sound effects in the sound effects in this anime are just adorable.
Yeah,
and just funny to just hear. It's just all around great.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of the show. Honestly, the little sound effects they pull out, and you're like, okay, that was weird.
And I forgot to mention this like earlier, but like the little Azusa like intervals that she comes in, like when she pops in to like make a comment on, like she says like spun or like oh yeah. Like she has like her own like little like when something like odd happens that's like kind of like what the hell, like this is kind of weird. She kind of like adds in and it's just like I don't know, it just makes it funnier.
Yeah.
And then Fluorite also like fully joins the squad, the family.
She finally joins the family.
Yeah. Pekora kind of like, hey,
rubber horn.
But it turns out that's blue dragon meaning for, all right, I'm your slave now.
Yeah, I'm your master.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cute when she ended up giving her an order once she returns back.
Yeah.
To not take orders and live her life without
Yeah, she's like, wow, how could I do that?
I guess I'm gonna just live with you either way.
It's part of the family now.
Familia.
Officially. Now the whole cast is here, right?
Yeah, but hey, they're still gonna have the butt heads of Laika and Fluorite because they're both
just two dragons.
That blue dragon and red dragon.
Yeah,
what we're gonna do?
Let's with his cribs. So
man,
we'll we'll see.
We'll see where that goes. Can't wait. You know, now that we have the actual full cast, now we can see all the crazy shenanigans going on. So we'll see where that goes.
With that, we move on to the next anime.
Yeah.
Mars Red, episode 7.
Yeah, this is a backstory episode.
Yeah, full backstory episode.
Oh man, it's a backstory episode that just it gives full context as to what episode 1 is about, and honestly, it kind of makes me want to rewatch episode 1 because like this is more so like a prequel to like what episode 1 was about because we get to see like Misaki not really the aftermath, but well, yeah, a little bit of the aftermath of the last episode, a little bit towards the end.
Yeah.
But for the most part, this is Misaki's backstory. And,
yeah.
You know, if you guys don't remember who Misaki is, she was the very first vampire that we saw from the first episode. Who was plot twist was actually supposed to be Maida's fiance.
Wife to be.
And oh man, it was so sad. It was really sad because like you get to see like her actual legit personality come out.
Yeah,
and
Misaki, like I don't know if you guys it was confusing. Misaki was kind of like I.
Yeah. Personality wise and design wise, because turns out Misaki before
her short hair.
Before she had short hair for the most part of this episode, she actually had long hair, just like I.
Yeah, so it was it was confusing for a bit, but
we saw I for like a little bit because she was I guess telling the guy to the vampire dude, what's his name?
Kurosu,
his goodbyes.
She was sending him off to Siberia.
So that was actually an interesting twist because we didn't even know that they were both even acquainted at all.
No, but they mentioned
it. She mentioned it.
She mentioned it in a couple episodes ago. It was like, I sent my best friend goodbye in Siberia. I haven't seen him ever since.
He'll come back. I'll see him.
That's
what she said.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to their eventual encounter.
Yeah, because I's still bubbly even in the past.
Yeah.
So that hasn't changed, thank God.
Yeah.
But Misaki.
The whole Misaki thing. And we even get to see like Misaki's introduction to Death Rot and what his whole deal is about. And more or less like based off of the backstory we've seen and everything, because we haven't really seen much of him or anything. We got to see mostly what Death Rot is about and kind of like what his whole stance is and kind of the whole circumstance as to why he turned her into a vampire in the first place, which we always heard about that, like it was about like because basically the stage collapsed, you know, which basically killed Misaki, but at a last ditch effort Death Rot turned her into a vampire. Which of course led to the events of episode 1, and then by the end of this episode, we see the same situation happen with Maida.
Yeah,
and
Death Rot saves him.
Death Rot saves him, which potentially might turn him into a vampire.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a lot of insanity. Well, not insanity, but like a lot of answers for questions and such that we had.
Yeah, it's
really
crazy.
Like addressed here. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like literally last week's episode.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna grab this within the first episodes.
Yeah,
they probably give up on it.
Yeah, that's a shame too, because especially when you get to this episode, it's like you actually do get a lot of the answers from episode 1, and like that ending to episode. Oh man, I'd imagine that's gonna hit hard. Like I'm really tempted to like go back and watch the first episode now.
Yeah, because if you don't know, they never met at all.
Yeah,
they just know that their names. That's it. And I remember that she said, what was his name? I think or something.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
That's why she would do the singing thing, because that whole thing was for him.
Right. Yeah. And again, to like make this, and I feel like this whole thing about like them exchanging letters and like not knowing what they looked like, it really captures that old 20th, like early 20th century feel, like the whole early 20th century Japanese feel to it, because it's like, you know, that is very similar to like what, you know, people in the olden times used to do,
like arranged marriage and stuff.
Arranged marriages and like talking to your would-be husband or wife, you know, through letters and stuff, and not knowing what they look like, but still being like attracted to what their demeanor is through their writing style. Not even their picture. Their writing style was all they had to go with.
So
that was insane.
It's crazy. After this, I think most of our answers are clear, other than the bad guys.
Other than maybe Defrot, which I'm pretty sure he's not a bad guy at this point. And then also,
I feel like he's just the back. He's in the middle ground. He's a neutral.
He's like a neutral, like anti-hero type character.
Yeah, he's just doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way about him.
Yeah, because I don't think he has any like malicious intent. I mean, like the dude
he just saved Maida.
Yeah, he's saving Maida,
and then he saved the girl.
He saved Misaki up until what happened in the end of episode 1 and all that. So yeah, I think he is at the very least not helping them. So
yeah. So
we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see how they move forward from here because
I know, same.
The whole army.
I think the guy is the colonel guy or whatever he is. That guy.
Lieutenant General.
Yeah,
I think so. Like, there's definitely especially when you look at the fact that what he did with Maida's unit, turning them into vampires. I mean, I don't think all of them consented. I mean, he had a lot of vampires.
Yeah, he did.
Unit, and then he had that conversation with that one guy.
Right.
We're not 100% sure who.
We don't know who he is, but we're thinking it's probably Rufus.
Yeah.
So
most likely.
See where that goes, and then from there we move on to our next anime, Tokyo Revengers episode 7. Now oh man, so besides Takemichi being our usual punching bag and whatnot, damn, I don't know, like it's this whole episode has been a roller coaster of just like
I didn't know where
being in the edge of our seat, you know?
I didn't know where this fight was gonna go.
Right?
There was so many possible ways.
There were so many possible outcomes, and like all in all, like we were also just like trying to, be like we're with Takemichi. We don't know what the trigger was. It sucks too because it's like when you think about it, it's like you go back to like the last episode and Osanai being like, oh man, if only he said what that trigger was, if only he said what those things were, then maybe Takemichi would have had like a better chance to anticipate what's going on.
And then it's scary to know once the actual fight happened and stuff. You're in my back of my head, I was like, wait, something else is gonna happen. I feel like after the fight might, someone's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
My mind was like, oh damn.
Hey, sure enough, even though this wasn't the whole Draken dying thing, Pa, the guy, the Manji gang member that was attacked and everything,
the main guy,
he ends up stabbing Osanai.
Yeah, but he got his Sabotage.
Yeah.
Osanai.
He was beaten to the pulp.
Yeah, I almost got to me too with when Mikey he's like, nah, he didn't lose, like he's right here, like he put up a fight.
Yeah,
and I was like, damn. And I just like how in that shot itself, like it turns into white and it's like blacked out,
right?
And it looked gorgeous, honestly.
It did,
I was like, damn, I felt that. I was like, that's like, it's caring for your brother, not like a friend or anything, but it was like his brother. Like,
that's family.
Yeah, it's family, damn it. But yeah, obviously, Mikey gave him the
I also like the fact that like immediately right after the conflict, because of a beating that Takemichi was getting by Pa and all that, like he, the damage got to him and he fell unconscious.
Yeah.
And which would have costed him because he was out cold for like a whole day.
Yeah.
And within that day, oh man,
troubles
a brewing between Mikey and Draken.
I think at this point, like in that part of the anime, it just got funny.
It got funny, especially like with when Akun and like and his other friends, like they came in, like he was thinking like, oh man, I can't believe that they're fighting, and then they come in, they're like, oh, what do you mean they're fighting? They're okay.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
And I'm like, oh man, that's cool. That's cool.
Like it was a sigh of relief for me.
Wait. don't touch the puzzle, right?
Oh, that was a good looking puzzle. And then Draken came. He's like, it's like, oh man, we're best buddies, man. I'm with
he
you.
came to check on him.
Yeah, I got some watermelons.
As soon as he mentioned Mikey, though, the puzzle. But hey, little did we know that was only part one of
his personal things getting
Takemichi's
destroyed.
tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I was thinking like Draken was gonna leave, and then Mikey was gonna come in later on because they're friends with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're like mutual friends.
Yeah, but obviously them both hating each other now over the incident of the fight. It just destroyed Takemichi's things.
Everything of his memories just got destroyed.
Yeah.
It's like if me and Omar like came over here to David's house and we were like, all right, but we hated each other.
Yeah, we just started
destroying everything.
Smashing this room.
Yeah.
The same thing
It's
happened.
an all-out brawl in there.
Yeah. He lost
and then you just see his face, like literally, like no, no,
angry and upset.
Yeah, so many faces, man.
I know. Poor Takemichi.
And that's how the episode ends. It's weird.
Yeah.
It was like a funny note, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see
how they leave.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes, man. Like I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Well, we're obviously not to the part where Draken does die. So
yeah, we still have a few more days before Takemichi could be able to reverse this whole situation. So
yeah,
because we're not sure if it like changed time and now he has to like find the way that they might kill.
Well, we do know for a fact that all of his childhood stuff is broken now.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So none of it stayed saved in the attic or whatever. And with that, we move on to the next anime. We have Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 8.
Now,
a slow down episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
I give it props for being slow this episode.
I was gonna say. I think David said it best. The past couple episodes, the series took a nosedive in quality, but thankfully, or however your interpretation might be, it stagnated. It's not. It didn't tank hard, nor did it go up in quality. It was just kind of settling in where it is.
It was an average episode.
Very, very average episode.
Yeah, because the whole the fight that went fast and I didn't care.
Yeah. The fight. I mean, because what stakes was to be had?
There's no stakes, man.
There was just one stake. Just kill me now.
Yeah. They both wanted death. Because Sawa is okay.
One Sawa wanted she didn't want to kill.
Yeah.
Because
Asahi.
The memories of Asahi.
Yeah, but Makoto's kill me. This is what I wanted.
Yes.
Notice
me.
My desire.
Please. This is all I ever wanted. Since last episode.
Yeah, this is the reason why.
No, several episodes.
Yeah, this is the reason why I saved you. But despite that, I want you to go back.
Yeah.
What?
I want you back in your ways.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, freaking Makoto finally freaking dies.
Yeah.
By
a random Raven man.
Raven man. Yeah.
Raven man, yeah.
Which we don't know who the hell it is, and honestly, I don't care.
I wouldn't mind if it doesn't show up again.
Yeah, honestly, it saved me.
If anything, yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, he's the real goat.
Yeah, good thing she was gone.
Yeah. And after that, it's just the whole Sai was just kill me. I want to die. I don't want to be here no more. Let's just end it already. This blue blood's a curse, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually, everyone dies around her. Even the Raven, itself is known for death.
Yeah.
So that's why she has this aura of everyone around her pretty much dies, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah, her whole village, her old life, basically everybody involved in her old life as well as her new life. As far as we know, Makoto, Asahi. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now, question mark, before we continue, because I'm always of the opinion that if I don't see a body, they're probably not dead.
I mean,
That bags.
That point of yours is proven in this episode.
Yeah.
With the blonde lady.
Yeah, Elena. Yeah, she comes back. She's full on like in her 9th month of pregnancy and everything.
Pregos.
So, yeah, with this, it's like, you know, what do you do exactly, like, you know, in terms of like who to believe and everything? Because like this anime is notorious for just like having characters that die but then end up coming back.
Yeah.
So that's why like I'm not fully convinced with Asahi, and plus like she didn't really get like a proper send off either. Like a lot of characters, like, you know, whatever series they're from or whatever, like they get that respective send off, but like there was nothing to be had with her at all.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I felt like it's kind of stupid to kind of like leave her arc like pretty much unconcluded.
So I guess we'll see on that.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, like, honestly, like, I don't really care enough about the character herself.
But you just want to see if you're right.
I just want to see if I'm right or not.
There you go.
That's all it is. Like, I don't really have any kind of stake to be had. Honestly, like, Sawa is, like, determined to just end the show, on her own terms.
I feel like she wanted to end the show, like, episodes ago.
She has a point. It's like, what's there even to do? You know, if my whole life that I've been trying to live for is for revenge, I get it. But then like the new life that I was apparently promised is also gone too. So like, what's even the point of living? All I'm gonna do now is just to be a weapon for like the government. So it's like, what's even the point?
Yeah, F that.
Yeah. So
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. You know, one last one last one last job? One last job? Yeah,
AKA one last ride.
Yeah, AKA one last ride. And the good reason why is because our Laurent type character Iori.
Oh yeah, his name was dropped.
Name dropped, yeah. Real name drop.
Yeah.
He does not have much time left. No. Surprise, surprise. I feel like this is definitely one of those, because I don't even know like who would even survive by the end of this anime. I feel like most everybody's either gonna die or something. I feel like if anybody, my prediction is gonna be just Sawa, just her,
by herself,
and possibly Elena, because she is pregnant. So
no, her baby.
Her baby. Oh yeah. Her baby's going to survive, but not Elena. Yeah, I could see that. That's true.
So you heard it here.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks.
See if your predictions are right.
We have the script. We have the script right here, baby.
Let's see if their predictions is right.
Yeah.
The next anime
we got SSSS DYNAZENON episode 8.
Yeah.
This one's a funny one.
Yes.
It's
taking care of a
little kaiju.
Taking care of a baby kaiju. That's
and the enemy squad is having fun.
They took a day off.
They
literally took a day off because like they weren't even involved at all, like directly to like the actual plot. Like you see like Mujina and all them like just have fun. Like hanging out at the local mall, playing air hockey, watching a 4D movie and everything.
I wanted to be them, bro.
Right?
They look like they were having a really fun time.
Oh, except one. He was just bored throughout the thing. And it's the one that you said the lieutenant.
Oh, the dark skin guy?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the Joker guy.
No. No, he was just there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other two, they were having fun. Having the time of their lives. But anyways, it's not about them. It's about our gang.
And most importantly, like the fact that Galma for the longest time is called a kaiju user, but we don't ever get to see that. So now we finally kind of get to see
he's weak.
Yeah, we don't get
weak.
We don't get to see that.
Instant domination.
But our rest of our crew, they make fun of that.
Yeah, they all try it out, but the one person that
the
might,
MC.
the one person that might actually have it is Yomogi.
Yeah, Yomogi.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
He awakens his power of MC.
That's what I was thinking of too. I was like, oh, that's MC power right there.
Yeah, because like for the most part, like even the wiki kind of like describes all the playable characters, but basically what they are, the party, the main group as main characters. Even if you like were to look up Yomogi, they don't have them listed as the main protagonist. They just have him as one of the main characters, which is basically what it is. Because DYNAZENON, for the most part, is like an ensemble. Like
it's about the group.
Yeah, like again, me and David mentioned it before, but it's Kisniver. Yeah. But yeah, no, this time around, like, Yomogi actually gets to display a little bit of MC power, like little subtle hints of him possibly being the MC. And we even get a team up between him and Auntie,
aka Knight,
aka Grid Knight. So that was really cool to see. The fact that we get to see like a Dyna laser and all that stuff. So
now that we talk about Knight himself, he just goes by that name now.
Yeah,
he doesn't go by his older name.
I know.
In general.
We brought
that's what's cool about it.
We did bring this up before last week.
I never got to say it.
That's true. You didn't get to. You didn't get to say your piece on it.
I like that. I actually like that. He keeps his new name. No, well, he actually keeps Knight in general. So his name's Knight now.
Now that I think about it, the whole name Auntie wasn't even really like a choice name that he had. It was mostly
she just threw it at him.
It was Akane that gave him the name in the first place. So. So for the most part, like, I'm still gonna call him Auntie because that's how I know him as.
And the assistant that goes with Knight, she still has the same name from SS Gridman.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
I don't remember it off the top of my head, but yeah, she does. But
nice.
But yeah, no, the team up between Auntie and Yomogi was really cool though.
Yeah, it was cool.
We get to see like the Dyna cannon. That Grid Knight uses.
And had a cool like little steel frame.
It did.
But it kind of reminded me of SS Gridman as well.
Yeah.
Where how he has a secondary weapon.
Yeah.
And he calls the person to become the weapon.
Yeah.
Well, I think what helps is the fact that Grid Knight is just an alternative to Gridman.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that like Grid Knight would be compatible to like other like weapons and stuff, because that's what Gridman had. He had a sword. He had like machine guns and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he can make, one of them like into a weapon.
Yeah.
And stuff,
and this episode, the kaiju is literally not doing anything other than coloring the town.
This is the first kaiju that isn't actually controlled by anybody.
Yeah, because this episode, the big thing was like, do kaijus have hearts? Do they have feelings?
Yeah.
And like how are they made? And
they never got the answer that they wanted. I
want to say yes, because I remember Gridman was also like even playing around with that idea, and like Auntie, when he was first introduced, he was introduced as a kaiju.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm not saying myself, that them themselves.
Oh, like the show themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends.
Other than that one scene where it's like, oh, did you look at me?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
no, yeah,
I guess not.
But that was a big revelation. It was like
it was tricks on him though.
Because it brings up the whole question is like, why are we fighting them? Like, they destroyed the city and all that, but what is the purpose? Like, what if we do encounter another kaiju where it's like, it's not really doing anything. He's just alive.
And that's what happened with SS Gridman too, huh?
Yeah.
We had that whole thing too.
They are this continuity of anime definitely does not shy away from whether or not it's applicable or anything like that. So
so I thought it was very cool, the whole aspect of the episode, honestly. We're like, yo, why?
Why do we do this?
So this episode was entertaining.
This time much so. I think after when Auntie came in, that's when I feel like the show really picked up.
It definitely picked up, and the actual fights feel like they have more weight to it. Like it's not just kind of just slapped in there just cause. So
and then we started getting more connections with the characters.
Yes, definitely.
So that's what's good about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for more.
Yeah, man.
Same here.
Looking forward to it. I know Josh is.
Yeah, I know.
But anyways, move on to the next anime. Vivy Fluorite, I saw episode 9.
Oh man.
Antonia.
Yes, the conclusion to
this arc right here. And this one is really cool and interesting, because this one was actually more character development on Matsumoto's part more than anything. And it's so cool because like for the longest time Matsumoto was the type of character that didn't care as to what anybody else was thinking, especially with Vivy or anything. and he just kind of did
40
his own
years
thing.
change, man.
Well, yeah, and I mean, more than
time has changed. Yeah, time has changed for him.
Yeah, but I feel like more than that, like this particular encounter right here, basically seeing like a parallel version of himself that could have been Antonio. Basically, Antonio is to Ophelia as Matsumoto is to Vivy.
Yeah.
And the way Antonio handled the situation where he forcibly overwrote his Ophelia's personality with his own, really just showed that like Antonio was just out for himself, if anything. Like this was something that like he didn't consider Ophelia's say in the matter at all.
Yeah. But he thought he was doing the right thing.
He thought he was doing the right thing. He thought that, you know, because his intentions weren't bad. You know, it was all for the purpose of what his whole thing was about, was to get Ophelia's. Well, later we find out that it was so that he himself could listen to Ophelia's singing
only.
But before that, it was just all about like, oh, I want to help you get yourself out there instead. So.
Yeah. No, that's why, like I said, like, you know, Antonio was in his way, he was helping her, but like it was messed up how he was doing it.
Yeah.
It was more for him towards the end. Yeah. If anything.
In the end, he lost his, you know, the real goal.
Yeah.
So, you know,
he had no goal.
It was an absolute shame that Ophelia had to die in the process, though, because, you know, what could you have done?
Yeah, exactly. But hey, man, this episode has some great fights.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what studio went above and beyond, and especially when you see
Wits on IG.
Yeah, especially when you see like the Dr. Kakitani fight and between him and Diva.
Yeah,
ooh,
man.
that was insane.
That was insane. Like it literally picks off when they fall off the building. Like,
yeah.
I love that. I love that little sequence when they're like falling off to like going down.
That dodge with that explosive shell was
that was clean.
That was super clean.
That was so clean. That whole fight was between them. It was like, and then Matsumoto and Diva becoming, you know, a team.
Yeah, them synchronized and everything like that. But sadly, it was short lived because the whole personality deletion that Dr. Kakitani started, unfortunately went through. And it also turned out that he himself turned himself into an AI.
Yeah.
He was the bridge between it, but I like how he commented that, like, what a way to start with him being like the forefront of that, because it's like, why him? And it brought up a question. And it also didn't help that like David hates his guts.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have to worry about him.
Yeah, we don't got to worry about him anymore because he died. But unfortunately, Diva was also a casualty of this as well. And
due to the virus.
I was upset, honestly, like more than the fact of Ophelia, because I had a feeling from way back that Ophelia was going to be like the main target. Because I don't think I'm starting to trying to think that I don't think any of the actual AI like survive.
No, none of them have.
Because I'm thinking about it. Because okay, the first one, you know, Vivy was the only autonomous AI at the time, and then after that, it was Estella.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with Estella and Elizabeth was okay, they all died.
Yeah.
And then the third one was Grace. That also ended up with Grace dying.
Yeah, the island.
And
everything.
now it's Ophelia. So it's if you're an AI, you're gonna die.
So do you think the 12 are the other 10 gonna die? The other what do you call it? The stars?
Are you talking about the singers?
Yeah.
Oh, I can
later
see
on.
that because I think one of them was involved in the first episode, before the time travel, because one of them was singing to an audience of dead people.
Yeah.
So.
But that is more further on ahead. But yeah, unfortunately, we do lose Diva.
Yeah, we do.
The personality. We were all growing attached to
the newer Diva.
I was attached to the new Diva personality, honestly, right from the get go, because I think
I was upset since last week because I was when we talked about it.
Yeah.
These guys were telling me she's never gonna get her original memories back.
Yeah, the Vivy one.
Yeah, the Vivy one. I was like, no, man. Eventually they'll combine together and stuff. I kept my hope, but towards the end, I was like, nope, I got to flip a Rooney.
No, I mean, regardless, I am glad that we got because this Vivy was the one that we've been following for the most part. So it would have been kind of weird to alienate all of that.
It's still her, man, but
no, I
damn
know.
it.
I know. It is really weird. And also, if you think about it, like context-wise, that the diva personality, like timeline-wise, has actually been around way longer than the Vivy personality. Because Vivy's been around for 20 years, whereas Diva's been around for 40.
Yeah,
that's legit like twice as long as Vivy. But Vivy's just been dormant for that long. Like she's literally been in denial about this whole saving people thing.
She was in the closet area.
She was in the dark.
She was literally like in the other side of the door. But then once Diva evaporated, it's her time to shine again.
Yeah, I mean, at least they both like got to say their goodbyes, kind of. So yeah, unfortunately, Diva's gone, personality-wise, but we have Vivy, and it's kind of like how you said it. It's kind of like the Yugi kind of thing. You got Yugi and you have Yami. One of them had to go.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But I'm honestly I'm again still excited to see kind of what the next arc. I feel like the next one's gonna be the last one.
It will be. I think so.
We only have 4 more episodes left, so I don't think we have enough time to squeeze 2 more arcs in. I don't think. So.
I think we'll finally get to the conclusion of like what everything we've done. What
does that lead up to?
Yes.
That or maybe a second season.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think I'm fairly certain that if they do have a second season in mind, that it's going to be coming relatively soon. Because like I don't know, I feel like this show has been picking up steam quite a lot, and it's definitely been getting a lot of good ratings. So
yeah,
I mean we're definitely like all for it. So
so yes, hopefully you guys are watching.
No, same. All right, and then with that, we'll move on to our next anime, To Your Eternity, episode 6.
Started off from last
so
week.
Yeah, so continuing off of that tragic episode.
I had to rewatch little bits of the of that.
We had to, we had to for context sake. But again, regardless of what happened last episode, this episode also added in more of Fushi's development as a character, and thankfully we got to the part where like he actually gets to learn how to speak.
Yeah, he gets to learn how to speak, and
not perfectly.
Not perfectly yet, no.
But he's learning.
He's learning,
and now that March is in his kind of arsenal.
Yeah. In his tool set now.
Yeah. We see the tool set of the people he's come across. Animals or people.
But like the scene, I guess I told these guys during the show that it reminded me of Tarzan, where he's trying to learn words. When it was pointing at of course Pioran is the one that teached him, and it's so funny just to see him learn all this stuff. He's like a little child.
Because he is.
He is, yeah.
He is a little child.
If you think about it, he is. I mean, like the way she was kind of like pointing to water, fish, fire. Yeah.
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
God.
What a scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
I had fear factors coming in while I was watching.
Yeah, because show. Pioran, we seen her around, but she wasn't part of the main story.
No,
not until this episode. So now we have grown attached to her as well, and this show has no good track record of keeping people. So.
Right? Yeah. So it was legitimately scary because like again, given like what Omar said about like the track record of all of them, like was legitimately concerning about Pioran because we don't have to worry much about Fushi, but Pioran's not immortal.
And then when we got to the island itself, that I was terrified for her. Yeah. I was like, oh no, is this tree thingy gonna kill him?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, which is the interesting part of the episode with like this God.
This is where the mystery comes in.
Yeah, the whole thing about the maker, which we assume is God, obviously created Fushi and all that, but we get to be reminded a bit more as to kind of like what Fushi's purpose is, even though Fushi doesn't have a full grasp of it, is to preserve life. And hopefully that means that make sure to basically save people and not to let them perish or anything. So
yeah, because it was I guess he was testing him, and I like the whole look, the tree thingy is gonna keep taking your people that you absolve.
It does.
You lose your attachment to them.
Right, and I do agree that I feel like this is more or less a test for him to see what he prioritizes, what he feels. And it's a learning process for Fushi more than anything. Everything that he has come across to this point is all a learning process.
It's funny at the end too. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, even Fushi's like, yo, that was weird.
That was weird.
So
that was weird.
There is like a big end game.
Yeah, so somewhat we got a mystery in our hands with this guy.
We do.
So we will see what happens.
We will, yeah.
And also we got introduced to one character at the end, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's gonna be the next arc.
Yeah, it does feel like this character is a major player to Fushi's life, as far as we know.
Yeah, because I think she said that he might know something about him.
Yeah,
we'll see.
He has kind of like a shaman, kind of like witch doctor vibe to him. So
yeah,
we'll see where that goes. It's honestly this anime is an emotional roller coaster. So
yeah, I'm glad it wasn't
not this
intense like last week, but we slowed it down a bit, but we're now a new destination, and thankfully Fushi could talk.
Yeah, thankfully.
And with that, we move on to the next anime. My Hero Academia, Season 5, Episode 9. And
Omar's favorite character comes in.
My favorite character, Bakugo. And my man,
Baka.
And he wastes no time, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
He took charge of this episode.
The way he led his team to victory, to glory and victory was
what do you mean,
insane.
Man? He had him on the shoulder and lifting them the whole time.
Yeah, he was literally carrying them, but it is cool. Like
he was pretty much the rest of the team was the support at that point.
Yeah, but that's pretty smart of Bakugo to do. Compared how he was in the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
he didn't care about anyone.
He was a hothead.
Yeah, he did everything by his own rules, and if they can't keep up with them, then they're the back.
Yeah, man, he's still the hothead that we know.
He's still there. Yeah.
But he's pretty smart. Like he's pretty okay, I know they're gonna come after me and stuff. So when they do that, you help me, and they come after you, I help you, which is simple.
Symbiotic.
Simple concept, but, it throws, the other team off because, they don't expect Bakugo to do that.
And it's especially when you consider that their last encounter was way back at the sports festival.
Yeah, they keep going back to that, and they shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah, they didn't keep tabs on how their opponents were progressing, and they themselves surprisingly haven't progressed much in that respect either.
What? Because they just have one draw and that's it, right?
Unfortunately, I mean, some of these characters are way undercooked, especially when you think of Spider Dude. He just has holes in his
and Glue
head.
Guy.
Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah, the glue guy.
The glue guy and Razor Blade Man.
Yeah.
And Welder.
Yeah, they're not all that there. Obviously the lizard. One. Obviously the lizard tail girl is definitely.
Yeah, that's really powerful. Mm-hmm. To you. She used it to the best ability.
Yeah, definitely.
She was carrying the team on the other side.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, so it's not her fault. I mean, it was, but at the same time, it's you can kind of tell where she's coming from.
Yeah.
And how can you compete against a perfectly balanced team?
And that was a quick match.
It was. Literally half the episode, man.
Half the episode. They did not waste any time in flashbacks.
I like that.
Yeah, nice. I like how Bakugo just comes out I did this.
Yeah, Baka.
Deku, get out there.
Deku, get off my face.
You trash. You trash.
Yeah, but like the Deku match starts. And next episode though.
Yes, the
Not
next
this one.
episode. And now that I've seen Deku's team, I'm not confident for him.
Hey, but come on, he has Uraraka, he has Mineta
The
and Ashido.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Totally.
Cheerleaders plus Grape Boy.
Jeez, this power's useless.
And plus, the other team has the extra member.
Yeah.
Damn.
They got Shinso in their team, which is fair because Shinso was in the first team, so it makes sense that he'd be in the last one for the other team.
I think the second one that would be strongest in Deku's team would be Urchaka.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
She could float. Make people float and all that.
Yeah, go to space.
Oh, imagine.
Whoa.
He's like, Raka, did you bring one of the classmates down?
Yeah, we're supposed to put him in the.
It wasn't. I promise, it wasn't me that killed him. It was the lack of oxygen in space. It wasn't me.
I swear. But yeah,
Back.
we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
And with that, we move on to the last anime.
The
man.
last anime of the week, Dragon Quest Dai, episode 33.
Yes. And Pop.
Oh boy,
He
Pop.
popped.
Oh man.
He
Literally the episode after he comes back from legit death.
Yeah, and then he thinks he's all right, man. He's like, yeah, I'm good,
And they're more powerful.
Yes. See this?
Yeah. Got
I
the
made
muscles.
a hole on the leaf. How cool that was.
But it was precision.
Yeah.
It was precision, but okay. So I'm confused if the precision magic was what got to him, or if it was the fact that he just came back from the
Yeah,
dead.
he came back
I think
from
came
the
back from
dead.
the dead. Like he had very low power.
Yeah.
I wanna imagine that he's probably like suffering from rigor mortis,
Oh,
and like maybe like loosening up from like his death state was probably it. But knowing the anime is probably that. It's probably just him just coming back from the dead.
But either way,
Sad.
he either way messed up outside.
Yes, he messed up big time.
Big time.
Which, obviously Hadler and his little lackey, who was like, yo,
Little crony.
we gotta defeat Dai's group because I'm gonna die.
Yeah, this is like literally my
I don't
last
wanna
chance.
die.
So
Yeah. So
and he's had every like not every kind of naughty trick in the book to kind of like get him to
This is technically is gonna be his 4th try.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. This
And
man-
like and again like Pop, come on, like Mom comes back.
Yeah.
I got
Does
it.
he gave up. She gave up on her training. Really?
Really,
Yeah,
Pop?
I didn't believe that. Hey,
Mister.
man, it took me 5 seconds to realize that it wasn't Ma, right?
Yeah.
Oh, after the fortune teller said it,
And the
huh?
fortune
No.
teller was like, "Oh man, there's something sinister about her," but maybe.
And then
maybe
Omar's
that's
like,
just how she is.
oh, yeah.
Hey, man, I'm just excited to see whenever Ma comes back. All right, Mom and Pop, baby, make it happen.
All right. Well, we got the man over here shipping them two together. So we'll see.
But then
what happens with that?
The blast.
But thankfully, Avon's party member,
Master.
the master, yeah, the master mentor. He comes in clutch.
Yeah.
Save Pop.
Legit clutch.
But
Kazizzle.
But yeah, when he couldn't handle it though, then Dai comes in and literally just ends it.
Yeah, this is crazy. It looked really good, cool.
Hey, man.
Spectacular.
Dies an upgrade now.
Oh yeah.
Compared to Hadler, it felt like a
Yeah.
DBZ moment where one of the villains come back and like,
Yeah.
oh damn, he's too strong.
And yeah, Hadler ends up losing his whole lower half.
Are you okay,
God.
man?
That lackey was about to leave him too. He was
This
like,
guy's trash
"Yeah,
too.
This guy sucks. I'm going with Mr. Vern over here. Maybe he'll be stronger and stuff. He's like, where are you going,
Where
boy?
you going, man? We're
No,
still
he
not
can't-
done.
Hey, he can't come back though, cause
You gotta make
again,
me stronger, man.
Yeah, the superior beings. I need to know. I need you to help.
I need you to give me metal legs, damn it.
Yeah. So Hadler Adler was dealt with again, but yep, survives. I don't know how, but like again, he got
from that scene, he got like obliterated. Like his body was gone with the whole light. Like he disappeared.
So yeah,
but I guess not.
And then we got some few wise words from Avon's book, man. That the master gave to Dai to read, but Dai can't freaking read.
Yeah, hey, but that's what Leona's for. You know? She's at least literate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we finally close, Baron's arc, because
that was so weird. I wish they did this like last episode. It would have made more sense because Baron was actually featured in that one. But like literally, this episode had nothing to do with Baron other than like the last few seconds in this one.
Yeah. So we're finally concluding that.
Yeah.
And now we get to go back to the kingdom.
The kingdom of Papnica. So we'll see kind of where the next arc leads us. I'm guessing it's probably going to be finally concluding Hadler. Because again, since Hadler wasn't fully finished off in this arc, it means he's going to pop his ugly head again. So
yeah, we will see.
We'll see where that goes.
Hopefully he finally dies.
Yeah. But yeah, with that concludes our anime of the week. So with that, we move on to our news.
Yes, we have a lot of news today.
We don't got that much news. I mean, they're pretty. A couple of them are pretty important that caught our eye, but for the most part, we'll get through them. So first off, we're gonna be talking about is Monster Hunter Stories 2. Wings of Ruin gets a new gameplay trailer.
Yes.
Or more like story trailer.
It's definitely more a story trailer more than anything. We get to understand the full grasp of what the plot is. It's mostly about Rathalos basically predicting the ruin of the world, and this particular Rathalos is actually hatched from an egg. Doesn't know how to fly or anything like that, but it turns out that this Rathalos in particular is going to cause the end of the world.
Because he can't fly?
Well, we don't know about that yet. So you gotta play the game, man. You gotta know.
You're right.
So,
it's getting close to that.
Interesting concept. We've seen it many times. Like the end of the world. This is the chosen one.
What's crazy about this game? It's gonna come out for Switch and PC.
Oh.
Yeah.
On the same time.
Yeah.
This one's not separate like
Rise is.
Yeah.
Rise is waiting for a whole year.
Yeah.
This one. I think it might have to do with the netcode. I think, because like Rise, you have to kind of account for the fact that you're playing with friends and everything like that. So lobby matchmaking, all that stuff.
Oh, it's interesting.
But Stories 2 is just literally it's just a single player RPG.
Yeah.
You need to get a crew of friends or whatever for this one.
So yeah, it's coming out in July 9.
Yeah, it's
worldwide.
It's pretty close, so it's really interesting that we're getting like more trailers and stuff now that's coming.
Getting a lot of Monster Hunter games, huh?
Yeah, like Monster Hunter has had a huge stride, and I'm glad I picked up Rise when I did, since I know
Capcom's baby, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Next to Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil, and unfortunately, Street Fighter not doing so hot, but hopefully
it's because they've been in the same game for a while, man.
Yeah, I mean that's how they
their
always
baby
been,
at that
man.
point.
That's how they always been.
Yeah. But I'm just glad, Capcom's still around in this time and day and age.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And with that, we move on to the next gaming news. We have an interesting title from Cygames themselves, the people that made the Grand Blue Fantasy, a lot of mobile RPG, mobile games.
Yeah.
And they're making a console game called Project GAMM.
Project GAMM. There's no trailer. There's
I guess no title.
No title or anything like that. But we just wanted to share it because the game, like from what we've seen based on screenshots, look really cool.
Screenshots, yeah.
Like the art looks really cool. It's
the story art too looks nice too.
Yeah. Just like all around, like the art and like the character designs look really like they stand out a lot. So we'll see kind of where this goes. If this is gonna be like an RPG or a hack and slash or whatever, so we'll be following this way closely. We'll be excited to see what the future has in store for it.
Yeah, I mean it has art styles from some Final Fantasy titles like 14, 10, all that stuff, and I think Sun Korea
Senran Kagura.
Yeah, Senran Kagura.
Yeah.
The people that made that game were like helping making this game as well. So they're known for hack and slashing. So
yeah.
So we'll see. You know, that incorporates here as well.
So the staff itself has a little bit of what do you call it?
They got experience.
They got experience
under their belts.
They got known people pretty much for making this game, and that's what's cool.
Yep, indeed. So, stay tuned. I think we might be getting an E3, maybe an E3 trailer.
Maybe I could see that.
E3 is like only a month away.
Yeah,
so
the only thing that it says here is that it's just a fantasy action game.
Right. So
we'll see what it is.
That fantasy action can mean virtually anything.
Anything.
So, we'll see. So now, and with that, we move on to our next bit of gaming news. Of course, you can't have an anime squad podcast news segment without KOF. So
damn right.
We got new KOF 15 trailer. Ralph and Clark, baby.
Yeah.
I called it, of course. I mean, there's not really much to call because, like, if you got Leona,
you gotta have Ralph and Clark.
You gotta have Ralph and Clark, and again, not really much else to really add. It's
the map though. Woo! This is where I care, man. This is where I come in.
The stage
is awesome.
The stage is lifted directly from Metal Slug.
Yes. I love the background.
Homage to Metal Slug.
You got the POW that says thank you and everything.
Yeah. You got the camel with the machine
copter,
gun.
The slaves. Damn.
It is an absolute treat to see, and there
machine gun.
Yeah, heavy machine gun. Yeah, rocket launcher. You got all that good stuff. So obviously, with again, this is less so on Ralph and Clark and more so on the stage itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, based off of the stage and everything like that, there's definitely a lot of people thinking that we might get like a couple actual legit Metal Slug characters.
Hopefully, man.
Like maybe Theo or Tarma or anyone, but
Marco,
yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. But I know, Ralph, Clark, and Leona are like the Metal Slug representatives.
Ikari Warriors.
Yeah, Ikari Warriors.
Ikari Warriors. Yeah.
So
they did show up in a Metal Slug game. Though.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
Was the newest one? I think
it was XX.
Yeah.
XX. They showed up in XX. Yeah.
So
gotta show love to the old versions of them.
I know. But
older.
I would love to see it, man. I'm not I don't want it, but I would love to see it. But it's kind of like how I want it for Smash.
Right. That's the funny thing is that KOF is technically a Smash type game for SNK. So having Metal Slug representatives in KOF would definitely be cool.
Yeah, it'd be super awesome. Imagine Philo punching Terry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I mean, again, the possibilities are endless. And I guess going real quick into Ralph and Clark, I'm glad that they got their old designs back.
Yeah,
they got the jacket that they had in the classic KOF games, and I think their head proportion design kind of feels similar to Rio, because Rio was just super jacked.
Yeah,
and Ralph and Clark kind of look super.
They're very jacked.
I got a little bit of I get information on these character designs in general. They're all from the app game. They're all they were
All-Star Battle, right?
All-Star Battle, yeah.
Are you talking about the one with the WWE?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That all makes sense.
So that's why all these characters have already been built, but now they're HDified, or they're better, graphically better.
Shoot. Okay, so this is basically SNK's way of actually saving on cost.
Yeah.
Kind of,
that's clever.
Are you saying that
clever.
you might get a WWE?
No. Jeez.
Hey,
that's what I heard from the thing.
Hey, man, for honor, man.
Oh,
Samurai Showdown.
Oh my God! Oh, we're still waiting for that Guilty Gear.
That's true. We're getting a Guilty Gear rep for Samurai Showdown. I know we're not talking about Samurai Showdown right now, but hey, if Samurai Showdown could get weird guest characters, I don't see why KOF can't.
Hey man, I will buy this game. I'll buy everyone a copy if The Rock, John Cena, and The Undertaker are in this game. Jeez.
The team WWE.
Damn right.
I think they gotta ask. What is it? What is that company that owns WWE?
I think you're talking about Turner. Yeah, it's Turner Broadcasting, isn't it?
No. The video games.
Oh, 2K.
2K.
That's
There
2K.
you
You
go.
gotta ask 2K.
Yeah, that's
Just
2K
ask the Rock, bro.
product.
He'll be down.
We'll see. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll
But yeah,
see.
Ralph and Clark, man.
Yeah, Ralph and Clark. Again, that's not much just to say because they're mainstays. It's just like
their mainstays and their gameplays. You know, their Clark grapple character.
I do want to say one thing about the trailer itself is that I feel like they rushed the trailer.
Yeah, bro.
Ralph especially, like when they showed off Ralph Super, that was
I
embarrassing.
know, man. It was in the corner.
He was literally in the corner. You didn't get to see half of what he was doing.
That was
dumb.
boo-boo.
That was dumb. So hopefully they don't do that next trailer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But we did see like a lot of like, you know, like technical fighting things in it. Like we haven't seen before. Like, you know, there was like purple sparks, you know, blue sparks.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to see that in any trailer. So this is the first time.
So maybe hopefully if we get another character trailer, or, you know, finally maybe get a deep dive of the game mechanics itself.
Yeah.
Because we still haven't got that.
Imagine if they put V triggers in it.
Oh damn.
Weird.
Or what was it, the defense option one?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We'll see.
All right, next.
More of a anime world news.
Yeah, moving on to briefly about anime manga.
So I don't know if you've all heard, but this happened Wednesday.
Yeah.
The news of it, but the creator of Berserk manga,
Kentaro Miura passes away.
Yes,
due to acute I'll put it on the screen.
It's like a heart problem.
Yeah. It was a heart issue. But he passed away from it on May 6th. Actually, they chose to keep the whole affair incognito. They didn't want anybody to know about it other than, like, you know, close people. But then they officially announced it on May 20th. That he passed away.
Yeah, at the age of 54.
Age of 54. That's unbelievable, especially given like how medical advances and everything like that came to be, and yet he passes away at a young age of 54. That is crazy.
I mean, it's a rare disease to first off to even like
and
treat.
It's very, very sad, and honestly, again, like when it comes to like mangaka health and everything like that, there's not a lot of information that goes around. So like the fact that Miura had this in the first place was very shocking to a lot of people, myself included. And the fact that not only did this happen, but like, you know, Berserk chapters and stuff, notoriously for the past 15 years, have always had the reputation of just being like the release dates and everything being slow as molasses. We'd be lucky if we even got like 3 chapters in a single year. Yeah. Given the release and everything like that, and the fact that Berserk ended, it didn't end, but like it was still going on, and he passed away while this is going on, was just devastating. It was devastating for me. Like it was, I was in denial, honestly.
So wait, the story, the manga itself hasn't like actually it's not even close.
No, it was nowhere near close.
Damn.
It was it wasn't his fault. I mean, like the thing about Miura that I remember reading about was that he had a philosophy that he wasn't really concerned about like the ending per se. Like he wasn't really too concerned about like where the story was going to end, but rather than just telling, just to tell the story. That was what he prioritized the most when it came to writing Berserk, was just that he wanted to prioritize on telling the story instead of just like focusing on where it's going to end. I know a lot of mangaka don't really think that way. I know the writer for Bleach, Tite Kubo, and the writer for Naruto, Masashi Kishimoto, they all had visions of kind of where the story was going to end and how they were going to tell it. But Miura wasn't like that. Like he was just about like telling the story how it is and saving the rest for later. And man, it hit harder because I remember reading up on an article from 2019 where he was like, one of his greatest fears was that to not actually finish Berserk, because he had every intention of finishing Berserk.
Yeah.
Do you think he has it written down somewhere?
I wouldn't.
I don't think so. I mean, even if he did, I don't know how you'd even like implement that really, like, because it's, man, this was his baby. Like this isn't the same. Like, again, I'm bringing this up as a different type of example, but Monkey Punch, when he died, the creator of Lupin the Third, when he died, it hits different because yes, Monkey Punch was the creator of Lupin the Third, but his manga, the manga that he originally wrote for Lupin the Third, finished literally 50 years ago. The manga for it like ended way back in like 1967, and when he passed away, he always, like, for the longest time gave the keys to Lupin to various different like creative teams, Hayao Miyazaki in particular for Castle of Cagliostro and everything. And he always said that, like, I always want Lupin and friends to go on crazy wacky adventures. So nowhere do we ever have that fear that, like, oh, what's gonna happen with the story of Lupin, because Lupin's not that type of story. But Berserk, that's entirely separate.
Yeah, it's just one story.
That's literally one story. And the saddest thing, that this story in particular has been going on for longer than we've been alive. He's been going on since 1989.
Yeah, man.
And yet here we are.
It's unfortunate, like, for me, because the world of Berserk is very awesome. We don't get many dark fantasies.
No.
Like, a lot in the world.
Saying that Berserk was influential is a absolute clear, like, understatement.
Yeah.
Like, it is, like, he single-handedly kickstarted like, just
dark fantasy.
Not just dark fantasy, but just like the main character with an oversized weapon. Like, if you think about like characters with oversized weapons, you think of Cloud, from Final Fantasy VII. You think of like, Monster Hunter, the greatsword user. You think of Siegfried from Soul Calibur. Yeah, you think of like all these different, like, badass protagonists, and that all came from Berserk.
Yeah.
So,
like, this is me, like, not knowing Berserk, but like, when I saw, Guts, it reminded me of Ike.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another one. If you think of that, then Ike is also a very fitting kind of character for that. So
yeah. So, like, me, like, knowing Ike, and then me watching Berserk, the Golden Age, the movies, and and then the show, I'm like,
you definitely see the influence.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then obviously Berserk has the infamous scene of like the betrayal. Of Griffer. I mean, we're just like reminiscing the work that this man did, and he obviously he left behind.
Yeah, I mean, like, words alone cannot be enough. I mean, thankfully, like, the whole world is realizing just like how huge of an impact, the man left behind for Berserk. So, again, hats off to you, Miura. I hope you're in a better place.
No, well, most definitely. Now he can rest easily.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
my condolences for the family and friends.
Absolutely, yeah. And we just hope for the best, and hopefully, I don't know. Like, it's just such a weird place to leave off on for him, but. Yeah, it's
he won't be forgotten, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
His work is gonna live on,
and
for a while.
Forever, much,
yeah.
With how amazing Berserk is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
so.
All right, and then that's all the time we got for this week's Anime Squad podcast. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you like our stuff, and share if you think we're super cool.
Yes.
Like always, my name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.